Listen, do you ever feel a quiet ache for a dream you never finished? That book you did not write, the art you never pursued, the business you always wanted to start? What if those lingering aspirations are not a sign of failure, but a powerful invitation from your deepest self, especially as you navigate the second half of life? Imagine your unfinished dreams are not dead ends, but sealed gates in a secret garden of your soul. The scent of unbloomed flowers from the other side still wafts through, just enough to make you ache. For too long, we have dismissed these unfulfilled desires as simple what-ifs. This video is a map, a guide to understanding why these are actually shadow calls, powerful guides leading you back to the unlived potential and true self waiting to emerge. It is time to discover the profound wisdom hidden in your unfinished story. So who put those locks on your secret garden gates? And why did you believe you had to put those dreams aside? For decades, many of us have become masters of the performance. We have expertly played the roles assigned by family, career, and society. The perfect mother, the devoted partner, the invincible professional. But what happens to the you underneath all those expectations? The one who dreamed of being a dancer, an adventurer, a poet. She does not vanish. She simply gets buried. Remember that nice facade we talked about? Or the invisible backpack that got so heavy? Or the bucket that ran dry? It was all for the sake of fitting in, of being good enough. You suppressed your own vibrant impulses to meet external approval. And the great tragedy is that these unfinished dreams are not dead ends. They are the true voice of your neglected, authentic self, calling you back home. They are trying to tell you that the contract you signed with society is no longer serving your soul. Consider Sarah, a 50-year-old executive. She once dreamed of being a wildlife photographer, but it wasn't practical, so she became successful. Now, every time she sees a nature documentary, a quiet ache, a flicker of resentment rises. That is her authentic self's whisper, a powerful signal that her unlived potential is urgently calling. But what exactly are these shadow calls, and how do we unmask this unlived potential that is hidden in plain sight? That is the excavation we begin next. So, what exactly are these shadow calls, and how do they whisper to us from the forgotten corners of our soul? Jungian psychology speaks of the shadow not as evil, but simply as the unacknowledged or suppressed parts of ourselves. In the context of unfinished dreams, your shadow is the repository of your dormant talents, your hidden passions, and your deepest, unlived potential. Imagine Sarah, our executive who dreamed of being a wildlife photographer. Her shadow is not that she is a bad manager. Her shadow is the wild woman within, the part that longs for untamed landscapes, for the thrill of the chase, for the quiet reverence of nature. That is her unlived potential, and it is calling her. Your unfinished dreams are precisely these shadow calls. They are not random. They are powerful, direct messages, pointing directly to those parts of you that have been denied, ignored, or actively pushed away. So here is our liberation spell to begin decoding these messages. Tonight, grab your journal and ask yourself this: what dream did I put aside because it felt unrealistic or not for me? And then imagine that dream could speak. If this dream could talk, what would it say about the deeper need I ignored? That answer is not just a fantasy. It is a key. The key to understanding what deeper needs your soul is truly trying to express. But simply understanding the message is only the beginning. The real invitation is to begin integrating these lost pieces into your living, breathing present. But how do we do that without upending our entire lives? That is the sacred invitation we will explore next.
So why now? Why do these shadow calls ring loudest in the second half of life? Because the second half of life is not about slowing down. It is not about a gentle decline. It is a powerful period for psychological growth and individuation. It is the Jungian journey of becoming your whole, integrated self, unburdened by the shoulds of the first half. Imagine a magnificent, ancient clock. For decades, the hands were racing through the first half of the face, driven by external accomplishments and expectations. Now, the hands are moving into the second half, and for the first time, the clock begins to turn inward. It is asking you, what time is it for your soul? This is the perfect time to consciously integrate those shadow aspects, the neglected parts of your creative spirit, and reclaim your unlived potential. Consider David, a 60-year-old retired teacher. He always dreamed of writing children's books, but it wasn't serious work. So he taught. After retirement, a deep sadness settled in. His shadow call was intense. He resisted. Until one day, he heard a child laugh, and the image of a playful character, long suppressed, burst forth. He started writing that night, not to publish, but to simply play. The sadness lifted. This journey is not about achieving those dreams literally. It is about understanding their core message. It is about integrating the creative spirit these dreams represent. But how do you take that first step into the secret garden of your soul? How do you begin to play again after decades of serious work? That is where we find our actionable steps. So you have heard the shadow calls. You understand their message. But how do you actually begin to open those sealed gates in your secret garden? How do you integrate these potent creative impulses into your living, breathing present without upending your entire life? This is not about suddenly becoming a professional artist at 60 or quitting your job to become a full-time adventurer. It is about integrating the spirit these dreams represent. It is about claiming the joy, the freedom, the authentic expression that your soul has been yearning for. You begin with our first liberation spell for today, the spell of small experiments. Think of Sarah, our executive who longed to be a wildlife photographer. She started with just 15 minutes a week, not taking photos, but simply sketching or watching a nature documentary with focused attention. David, our retired teacher, began by simply doodling playful characters in his notebook. So tonight, or this week, I invite you to set aside just 15 minutes. No pressure for perfection, no expectation of outcome. Simply draw a picture, sing a song off key, write a short story without anyone ever seeing it. These tiny acts are not insignificant. They are the gentle tugs at those forgotten threads, the reweaving of your soul's tapestry. The second spell is reframing as a guide. Stop seeing these unfinished dreams as burdens. That empty bucket, that invisible backpack from our earlier journeys, these dreams are the opposite of that weight. They are your true north. They are the golden compass needle pointing you towards what truly lights you up. So when that nagging thought of what if arises, do not dismiss it with too late. Instead, ask it,
What is the message you are trying to give me today? This turns regret into curiosity, and curiosity is the fuel for rediscovery. But what does this richer, more authentic life actually look like when you embrace these shadow calls? What is the future that awaits you? That is the vision we will step into next.
The woman who embraces her unfinished dreams is not defined by her past. She is empowered by it. She is the woman who knows that her life is not a series of missed opportunities, but a rich tapestry of experiences, both lived and unlived. She walks with a quiet confidence that comes from knowing her whole self, integrating her creative spirit into her daily life. Her sense of purpose is no longer dictated by external roles, but by the unerring pull of her own authentic self. This is a richer, more authentic, and deeply fulfilling life. So I invite you now to take that final step, to make a public declaration in the comments below. Simply write the words, "I am reclaiming my dreams." It is a powerful first step in owning your sacred story. But once you reclaim your dreams, what about the strength you feel you have from modern empowerment narratives? What if that very empowerment is actually a clever mask for something deeper, an unexamined shadow? That is the illusion we will unveil together in our next journey. Thank you for walking this path with me.